each have multiple guides, and I do sessions tuning into my own guides, and they go into confluence with the guides of the person who I'm doing a session with, and we will assist the person upon this plane in remembering their quest, essentially in hearing themselves on what feels integral to them on a soul level, as this is something which has been systematically altered in your behavior to live in accordance with your soul's will. You have been taught to do quite the opposite, and so we work together to assist humans in being able to hear themselves. As Morcott, who's coming into confluence as I speak, but as they say, when I ask them how do I explain what I do, rather an abstract thing, not really something I would like to explain myself at dinner parties, but when I have to tell people what I do, what do I say? And they said, you help people hear themselves so they can heal themselves. We can all, on a soul level, feel all that is. We all know all that is. I do not claim on a conscious level to know all that is, but my gift is to be able to tune in with the Lumerians and my guides in extension of that group, who are two my guides, and I can speak what comes through. And I'm good at doing that without interfering or interrupting the message that comes through. It's a very, very humbling experience, one in which I'm playing an extremely important role, but I have to remember the importance of what it is that I'm doing, and my responsibility is, it's not about me being special or what I have personally to say being important, but I am literally importing and delivering information as it comes through. And I take that extremely seriously, and I'm very, very careful not to interrupt the material in any way due to my own personal projections or perspectives. So that gives you a little background on what I do. Let's tune into Morcott and see what they have to say. I don't know what subject they might want to speak on, but I just felt to give you a little info and context before I tune into them. So I'm going to take a moment. It will take me less than a minute, probably about 20 seconds. And if you'd like to, you can take this moment to breathe in with me. It's a very long time in screen time in 2025, 30 seconds. I'm going to have to scroll and do something else. Let's just take a moment together to tune in to our own guides. Each of us have a guide or more than one guide with us. So let's take a moment to breathe into this energy center and just imagine, visualize that you're breathing in a white gold light through that energy center or chakra. And I'm going to tune into my guides, and you can check in with how you feel, see if you notice the presence of your own guides. Breathing in through the nostrils, if you'd like, visualizing breathing in that white gold breath through the third eye chakra. Nice deep breaths. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. Okay. They would like to speak on what I was experiencing tuning into them, which is really unusual for me. They'll have me explain just for a moment, and then they're going to speak as themselves only. They bring me in to explain things if I'm shown things in shape or form without words, and then I have to describe those things. And if I seem a bit dopey, it's because I'm in partial confluence right now, so I'm like half here. I look a bit different to you when that's the case. So what they showed me is in order to reach them, in order to have a connection with them, which is so innate and usually very easy for me, due to how much I've done it, and that's my job here. But we all can have connection with our guides. but they're showing me that there's, because of the way the frequency is shifting at the moment, essentially raising, but because of the disturbance of other beings trying to forcefully keep our frequency down, as I was tuning into them, I was having to navigate through a bunch of inharmonious forms to make that connection with them, which feels like, to try to describe this, it's almost like an umbilical cord. Like you're so completely in the love of this being. There's absolutely no question of the light that you're experiencing in connection with them. And so it's very easy for me as an experienced channeler to differentiate that energy with a false light. But there was so much that I had to get through to reach them and to solidify that connection with them. And I don't want to give too much energy to the other stuff that's there, because that's stuff that we are all in process as we raise our own vibration in essentially releasing from its need to be here. We're assisting it in becoming obsolete by raising our frequencies here, because as Morcott says, the darkness only exists to assist the light. It's here to help us in raising our own frequency and learning and expanding, so that we no longer actually need to have the dark or to have the polarity which this realm is so famous for, and which has been incredibly useful in our own expansion and that of the all. But we're moving away from needing to have the lessons which are bestowed by such polarity. So let's tune in, having just explained the challenge of connecting with them. Obviously, I was still able to do it fairly quickly. I've done it in live time on camera, so you have a good context of that. But it's unusual. And this is because of what they're now going to speak to, the changes that are taking place, us raising our frequency, and the challenges coming upon us due to that shift in frequency and due to the darkness, which they're going to speak to. They want me to stop talking now. Just fair enough. Let's go to someone who's like a way higher pay grade and get rid of the black sesame in my teeth. Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna go into full compliments after a bit of coconut water. Hold on. Okay, trying here. I'm gonna go back into full confluence. When they're speaking, they are speaking as them. If I then come back in to remove some spinach from my tooth, or to give you an explanation of something they're showing in shape form, or any description that doesn't automatically form into words, then I'll let you know that I'm coming back in as me. So taking a few minutes again to tune into them fully. We will speak. We wish to remind each of you, as we joke with Tamsin about private matters, we actually are speaking on a very serious subject, but also remember not to take any of this too seriously, for you are all creating it all of the time. This experience you call life, this experience that you often look to others and say, why me? Why this? Why that? When you are the creators of the creation which you are currently experiencing. We wish to remind you each that you most consciously chose your roles upon this plane. You most consciously chose to come to this plane, and that you are all, essentially all that is. And so blaming another is not helpful to yourself, for you are indeed that other, and indeed all apparently else that is. So we wish to let you know a number of things. First of all, as we have been speaking to for a short time, You humans have raised the frequency upon this plane to a degree that we are better able to assist you upon this plane. It is an automatic value. You have raised your frequency to a degree where we are more able energetically to meet you. And so due to this occurrence, due to this shift in frequency, we are indeed much more present upon your plane. And so, as you are experiencing the challenges which you are upon this plane at this time, be comforted by the knowing that you are greatly assisted by us all, the Lumerian peoples, and indeed a number of other star families, of which you were each spawned. We remind you that you are all hybrids, children. This is not a scary thought. It could be so if one is only referencing Hollywood movies which you have watched. Some are quite depicting of the truth. Most are here to inform you, confuse you with the frequency of fear, with low vibrational, controlling frequencies. When you are resonating on such a low vibration as fear, it is almost impossible to create the reality you wish for, you strive for, you feel to create upon a soul level. And so, it is most helpful for any one of you to remember this when you go about your day and you make choices in regard to what you are consuming in form of social media, in form of entertainment by way of films, photographs, the books, the news that you read, the people you surround yourselves with. Let us be in a frequency of love and inspiration, community, oneness. Let us be in the frequency of light, for all essentially is light, and you are each all that is, and indeed you are each light. And since this is your essential nature, you are changing all that is by simply shifting your own frequency. Indeed, you are swimming upstream, so to speak, while there are indeed powerful forces which Tamsin described navigating during her connection to us today. Each of you, as you raise your frequency, will be in varying degrees experiencing similar challenges. As you assist the all in raising its frequency, there will be pushback attempting to push back down the frequency you are bringing up. Let us see this as a part of the challenge. Let us see this as yet another gift. Let us see each of these challenges as opportunities to further refine our display and experience of being the light. Let us create even more love in response to its contrast, which is being impressioned upon you humans by way of frequency. Let us remember to take much time away from the screens, the sounds, indeed even the light, which emits frequencies which are quite consciously attempting to lower your vibration. Remember, there is great power in connecting with nature, for you are all that is, and it is more easy to remember greater degrees of this by spending time with your family. I speak of your family in nature, the earth itself, the rocks, the trees, the water, the elements, the animals. All humans feel an essential connection when in nature, if they take the time to remember to reforge such a connection. And by finding peace and harmony within yourself, within this connection, you are helping to form such more greatly. You are helping to bring the all into such peace and harmony. You are assisting your own plane in becoming harmonious with all the other planes of existence by raising its frequency and eventually becoming one most consciously and tangibly to all aspects of the all. You may feel somewhat hopeless at times, that there is not much you can do to assist the all or to help the earth that you dwell upon. However, you are changing all that is in every moment with every thought, every feeling, as well as every action. And so we wish to remind you of the great powers that you have, and indeed of your sovereignty. Use your powers wisely. You are all powerful. By simply doing as you feel on a soul level, you are changing all in existence, and you are assisting the all in flowing consciously as one. Take the time each day to notice, how do I feel? Do I wish to adjust anything in my behavior? Which step feels correct for me now? Is there anything that I would like to face that I have not chosen to face until now? Is there anything, anyone you must let go of? Is there anyone, perhaps another, perhaps yourself, one must forgive? Is there anything you've been avoiding that you wish to do? Is there anyone that you feel to call, that you must call? Check in with yourself daily, at least, and ask yourself, how am I feeling? Is there anything I feel that I've not been noticing, that I perhaps have been ignoring? And what do I feel to do about that? Taking the time each day to honor yourself, remembering that by fully honoring yourself, you are most able to fully honor another.